Winning coach Brian Beany as the Falcons are 9-4 after a non-conference win against a very solid Copley Indians program. And Coach, first let's just start. 24 points from Marcel, 24 points from Gianni.
Sure.
You have multiple guys that can do this. How impactful is it to have not one, not two, but it seems like several players on your team that can impact the game with their scoring in such major ways?
Well, basically all year we've been pretty much fueled by our three guards. And on any given night, any one of those three, could score double digits. Tonight it happened to be, 24 for Marcel and Gianni. I thought they played really well. Marcel did a really nice job of getting back in rhythm with his shot this game, and Gianni's Gianni. He'll find ways to score. So obviously having two guys score, almost 50 points for you is big.
One point I wanted to talk about with this team in particular, over the course of 13 games now, it seems like the passing has really improved with you guys. I mean, you guys were a solid passing team to begin, but it just seems like it's constantly getting better. Couple of fast break opportunities pretty exemplified that. Talk to me about just how much work goes into the passing of this team and what you've seen as a coach with the passing of this team and how it's been able to generate
every day
success.
in practice, whether it's certain drills that we do or, going against the press, half-court offense. We always stress on making that extra pass, being ready to shoot the basketball. So, we put some time into it. And then on the court, sometimes our turnovers, like tonight we had a couple because we try to just go too fast. That's okay, I'll take those. But we had a little adversity, I think, in the second quarter and maybe a little bit in the third where they cut it to 4 or 7 or whatever it was. But the kids responded. I think we won on a 21-7 run in the fourth. And everything's fueled from our defense. But that also stems from blocking out. Like the first half, we let them stay around because they were getting second, third opportunities. If we just would have blocked out, who knows what the halftime score would have been. It would have been much better for us, that's for sure.
How important has depth played a role in this team's success going forward? I know Johnny got some minutes. Cam's been getting some minutes now, too, just seeing more guys coming off the bench.
It's a tough question because Gianni's played like 99% of the time so far this season. He's so valuable. Would we love to get him more breaks? We would. A lot of that's dictated by the game. But we started to kind of now to work Cam and the twins and kind of get that little triangle going. Hopefully we get a big boost from Deshaun. Hopefully we get him back next week. So that's a huge piece, obviously helping with depth. But you need it. It's a long season, and to make a postseason run, teams are playing 9 or 10 guys, and we're playing 6. Our zone saves our legs a little bit, it keeps us out of foul trouble, and it kind of helps us a little bit. If we were playing up and down full court the whole time, we'd never be able to do it with foul calls. It's just physically impossible.
Next game, too, and final question for you, Coach. Not a conference game, but it certainly is a fun game, and it should be a non-conference test. Ursuline, one of the premier teams locally this year. You guys see them every year. It's nothing really to hide between these two programs.
We see them all fall.
It should be a fun one, though.
When you do scouting reports, so like tonight, the kids didn't know, our guys didn't know who these guys were. They just read the scouting report and their tendencies. Ursuline, they know them. They're friends with them. They know what their games are about. That's just going to be a game of who just kind of wants it more. Like, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be, the rebounds, the transition, all that. It's just something that you can't prepare them for. They're going to have to go out there and just execute and do it. And it should be a really fun one. Old Steel Valley game back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, John Jay and Janet Cafaro Gymnasium is the site for that one on Friday. Fitch versus Ursuline, but tonight the Falcons are winners over Copley as they go to 9-4.